good, YouTube? It's your boy Trev, and I just wanted to make a quick video because it's about the rain and it's cold, and you see I got my little windbreaker on, but even though I'm in my house, which is crazy, or apartment, this isn't a house, this is an apartment. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, but yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video because I was rewatching Naruto, and Naruto is one of my favorite animes. I watched it when it was on Adult Swim. I watched it throughout my teenage years and my early childhood, not early childhood, early adulthood. Look at me messing up already. I've been watching Naruto for as long as I can remember. But, it's a show that I like to rewatch every now and then because it has a lot of good lessons, good morals, great fight scenes, great music. Naruto is definitely a go-to anime. I love watching it. But I was rewatching it, and then I noticed this time, because usually when I rewatch Naruto, I already know my favorite characters and who I like and what I agree with in the best moments. But I'm just rewatching it for nostalgia or because I like it. But usually I just know what I'm getting into. But I was watching Naruto, and this time I watched it with an entirely different perspective. And I watched it under the perspective of Sasuke. And Sasuke, he's not one of my favorite characters. I like when he gets into fight scenes, and I like when he gives his speeches and he does epic shit. But honestly, I don't really like him as a character. And honestly, if it was real life, he'd be dead. Or, I wouldn't agree with him or fuck with him. But, I was watching Naruto, and then, I watched it from his perspective. And then I kind of agree with him on one thing about his perspective in the show. Because, like, when you watch Naruto, you start to understand Sasuke is right about certain things. And he's right about the fact that in life, people will hold you back from your dreams, your goals, your desires, just because they want to be your friend. And, they don't respect what you're doing necessarily, and they don't want to handle business. Meaning, like, they don't want to handle business and get things done. They just want to be friends and pal around and be buddy-buddy all the time. And, I agree with him on that aspect because even though he's a bad dude and he's wrong, like, some things you can sympathize and agree with him because he is right from a certain point of view. He is right from a certain point of view. And I think, like, in today's society, a lot of people, they want to be your friends and they want to always be friendly and buddy-buddy with you, but they try to hold you back from your potential and what you could be and what your goals are. And then when you explain to them your goals, which Sasuke does in the show, even though he is wrong, when you explain to them your goals and aspirations and dreams, they want to hold you back even more or stop you from doing what you want to do. And that's not a great thing because it's like, if I could use my personal example, at the job I work with, everybody here thinks I'm like a mystery. They want to be my friend. They want to hang out after work. They want to do all these things. And I don't really know them like that. So I don't really mix business and pleasure. And they're not really my friends. They're more my coworkers. So I don't really hang out and associate with people outside of work. But, people can't just respect and accept that. They just want to force me into that bubble of being their friend when I just want to handle business. I just want to do my job and go home and make YouTube videos, which I really enjoy, which I'm really passionate about. And I don't really want to make friends in the business world because a lot of them are snakes anyway. You got that reference because Sasuke, Orochimaru, he's a snake-ass nigga. But, a lot of them are snakes and they want to be fake friends and get information with people, and they're not genuine. And I can read that off of people, and, and I tend to not want to be friends with these people. So I just go in, I do my job, and I go home because, no harm, no foul. And that's how I feel about it, and that's how I feel about business. And I think a lot of people should take that from me and take that from Sasuke because a lot of people want to be friends. A lot of people want to, be buddy-buddy, but that's not the case. We got a job to do. We got business to handle. If we're friends along the way, that's cool too. But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do. We got to finish the job. We got to achieve our personal goals. We got to do what needs to be done. And, I'm going to relate that to society right now also because a lot of people in society, they want to be outside, they want to be seen, and they want to be around people that they don't necessarily vibe with just for some clout, just for some attention, just for some likes. And it's like they're not true to themselves. They're not doing their thing. They're not being like human beings. They're not interacting like human beings. They're just people following the herd. And you never want to be someone who just follows the herd because when you do, you'll find that you're the sheep. And it's look at me, all poetic and stuff. But yeah, it's like you don't want to do that stuff. You want to be who you are. You want to have fulfillment in your life. And if that means separating yourself from the pack like I do or like Sasuke does sometimes, then do what you got to do. Just don't be a dick about it. just don't be an asshole and don't be antisocial, of course. Just kind of find your own way and stick in that path. And if people try to pull you down or tell you you're wrong and they don't understand your perspective and your experience, don't necessarily listen to them, or call them out or explain to them that, you're not right. From my point of view, it's like this. And then you guys can have a kind of a back and forth so that they can understand your perspective and you can understand their perspective. So, you can learn that from Sasuke, you can learn that from me. And definitely if you rewatch Naruto or you never watched it before, just come into it with a different perspective and understand that, art imitates life. And, it's good to see these things play out in a fantasy sort of setting. And then, we can relate it to our real world, which is not as action packed, but, a lot of the themes in the story will play a role in our lives, and it relates to our lives. So that's why I like the series a lot. I definitely recommend it. And if you guys want to know who my favorite character is, it's obviously Shikamaru, because he's the most level-headed and logical in the show. Also, Boruto doesn't count. That's not canon to me. That shows some bullshit. So, that's just my thoughts on it. And, you could take from this video what you want to take from it, but, you always want to be the person who leads the pack. You never want to be just a follower, and you never just want to just become friends with people just because, you never want to do that. And, even though they want to become your friends to find out more information, or if they genuinely like them, if you don't get a vibe, you don't get a connection, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I don't feel the same way, I feel this way, and let's let bygones be bygones. But that's the message for today. Like, comment, subscribe, and, you guys have a good week, and, let's see where it takes us.